Now this part of the 4 section is going to be quite easy. Just take a little piece right here, a little straight piece there with a slight bend in it. But as I alluded to yesterday, this part back here, well, it's going to be, you might say, a horse of a different color. And I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it yet. I don't know if I'm going to print out another template like we did for the back section. That actually worked quite well. The morning is just getting started here. And hopefully by the end of today, we'll have a railing on here. I'm going to leave this to last because it's going to be so easy. Get the hard part done first. This is the part right here that we're working on. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan this, and then I will enlarge the scan so that the drawing will be exactly the same size as the model. In other words, I'll take a measurement from, say, right here to maybe right here, and I'll just enlarge everything so that it, is the same size. Then it should be the same size everywhere else. The only problem is, I think I mentioned this when we did this sort of thing 2-3 weeks ago, that there is the possibility that the thing is not exactly to scale. In other words, this part might be right, but this part isn't. So we'll just take a couple of measurements and make sure that it is. However, as I mentioned before, I can't make my bends that accurate anyway, so it's going to be really close. I can't see Trumpeter, making a drawing on their manual that isn't accurate. I just, they'd have to go out of their way almost to make it not accurate. It is scanned, as you can see. And I've cropped it right to the edges. That makes it a little easier to size to the right size. And I've sharpened it a little bit so it'll be a little bit easier to see the definition. And what I've done here is I've removed all the excess dark area. And the idea being is it's going to save toner when I print it out. Okay, now let's see if I can carefully move this out of the way without breaking anything off today. Remember, I broke this piece off yesterday. Anyway, no, actually it was the day before yesterday I broke it off. I fixed it yesterday. Anyway, obviously I can't use my divider here. It's too small. Now, if I try to measure from right there to right there, I'm probably going to end up bending my ladder. So if I had a little square or something I could put on the edge here. Actually, I do. It's down in the workshop. I'll be right back. Now here's the plan. You can see that there's a bit of a molding line there that I failed to scrape away before I put this thing together, or before I painted it. It comes at the exact end where this part of where the fence has to go is. So what I'm planning to do here, if I take my square, presently I am directly over top of it. So I can see I can see where it comes here. The ship is parallel to this board that I'm up against. Now, if I can hold it there with my thumb. Oops. Shoved everything away a little bit here. Okay, is it still in the right place? It looks good. Now, if I can carefully go to the end there like that. Okay, it looks to me like it is 12 and 1/16 of an inch. Okay, I'm going to move the camera and remeasure just to make sure. Now, those of you who up till just over a year ago used to watch my workshop videos, I used to say this a lot. Measure twice, cut once. Okay. Now be careful for the ladder railings. Yeah, 12 and 1/16, that was what it was. Ooh. We we have CorelDRAW opened up here, and what you're seeing right here, this represents a sheet of paper. I'm zoomed way back from it. And we're going to take our drawing here that we want to put on the piece of paper. I'm going to drop it in. Now, up here on the left-hand side, well, first of all, just let me go full screen here. Up here on the left-hand side, I'm going to change this value here to 12 and 1/16. Okay, 12 and 1/16. If I click on this, okay, it should make everything proportional for me. But it didn't. Okay, I'm going to have to go back here. What did I do wrong? Okay, we'll try it. Okay, I'll click on this first maybe. Okay, now I'll go 12 and 1/16, and we'll hit enter. There, now we got it. Okay, so now it proportionately drew our drawing here to the right size. Now I'll move into that sheet of paper. As you can see, I can't get the whole drawing on at once, but that's okay, because we're going to be doing the back section, and then we'll be doing the fore section separately, so I can just print it out twice. So what I'll do is I'll print out this, and then I'll move this over here, and I'll print out this section, and we'll see you back at the model table. And here's our two printouts for when we're doing the back part and when we're doing the front part. And I know that I could fasten these together so that they're all one big piece, but it's a lot easier to work with a smaller piece, and it'll fit on this styrofoam a lot better. Just be putting this piece on the styrofoam, but it probably won't be today now, kind of running out of time. I noticed a second ago some of you were really admiring this pen. So I'm going to just sort of zoom in on that, and I'm going to tell you something about that. Okay, here's what's happened. About 3 years ago now, one of the viewers who comments quite regularly in this model ship series, he sent me this piece of wood. Now, it didn't look like that when I got it, and it turns out it's not a piece of wood. It's actually a grass. I explain that in the series that I do, and those of you who are interested in this model ship series would probably enjoy this pen turning series. It's only 6 parts. You can get through it real fast, and being as today's episode is a little bit short, maybe you're interested. So if you are, in the comments below, if you can't find it, I'll be happy to send you the link for part 1, which should in turn lead you to part 2 and so on. And it's quite a unique process on how you end up getting something like this to look like this. Anyway, thanks for watching, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow, and all being well, we'll actually get some railing glued on the Bismarck.